Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu and this is Dozing Island for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic, part 18 of the Bugfix Scenario Pack and the first of the expert scenarios. This park is in desperate need of an image change. Replace the aging gentle rides with modern thrill machines to address the changed demand of your visitors. Your objective, to have at least 1,300 guests in your park at the end of October year 4 with a park rating of at least 600. So, guests want more thrilling rides. So there's a bit of a clue there. So Victor wants rides with an intensity greater than 9. Reginald, greater than 9. Shannon, greater than 9. Thelma, greater than 9. So we've got a wooden coaster called Lullaby with low excitement. So that is due to it failing the highest drop height criteria. So that needs to be, I think, is about 29 feet. And it would get a boost in the stats. There's a train, a maze, helicopters. Nothing really that the guests are going to want to go on. So I'm going to get rid of everything and start afresh. So what I'll do is I'll put no entry signs on all the side paths and queue lines and things like that in order to funnel the guests back to the start. Get them out, close the park, and then delete everything and start over. So let's have a look. We're charging for entrance, so that'll make it a little bit more difficult then. We've got some transport rides, gentle rides. These are all going to be pretty much useless. Coasters, decent ones to begin with. These will be easy to get. A nice, cheap and cheerful coaster with high excitement and high intensity. Freefall tower, yep, that's good. Water rides, no, not going to be very useful. And a good selection of shops. So I think all things considered then, let's put all my research into roller coasters. Let's get some of them unlocked. So as I said, I'm going to get rid of everything and then I'm going to put, there's a nice flat area there. So I'll put a nice 4x4 path system down, a load of shops, and then I can start branching off and building some coasters. April year 1, almost 10,000 earned from selling all the rides and the paths. So we got my 4x4 path system down. The reason why this is so good is because it's perfectly in line with the staff grid system. So what I'm going to do now, we're researching coasters. I'm going to start building some path loops off and then back and the same maybe the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building the coasters in those sections. I know that the guests want more intense rides, so we're going to be aiming for 9 intensity. Even if we come a little bit short of that, that's fine, because as long as the rating's fine and the guests are happy, they will go on them. October year 1, charging £20 for entry into the park. We've only got a few rides, so if we charge any more than that, we might end up winning the dreaded worst value park award. So we've got a reverse inclined shuttle corkscrew, drops down, tight bend, that'll add a little bit of intensity, cut back, loop, cobra roll, and then the spike and then back. Underneath this, in this little tunnel, just there, I've got few path sections, so that'll add some head choppers, but it's covered up so you don't see it. But I've given you a little peekaboo behind the scenes there. And then we've got a twister coaster here with the launched lift hill into a batwing and some more loops and a corkscrew and things like that. And then just under here, there's a little booster section just to get some extra speed. So decent excitement, intensity is not bad, guests more than happy to go on it. Umbrella stalls at major junctions, lots of toilets around as well. We need a minimum of 4 toilets for best toilet award. That'll get us some extra guests coming into the park. And then after that, then it's a ratio of toilets per guest. I think it's 1 for every 128 guests, something like that. So we're doing all right so far. Money isn't great, but it will get there. The more coasters that we add, the more guests will start coming into the park. We've been researching coasters, so we've got some decent ones unlocked so far. So we got more than enough to get on with. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'll research shops. That way we can get some more money off the guests that are in the park. I can hopefully get some merchandise stalls like balloons, t-shirts, that sort of thing, put them on the exit paths. And then that'll get me some extra coins off them as they come in off the rides. But so far, park looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with these coasters. We only need another 800 guests, so we don't need a huge amount. We've got plenty of time, so we can afford to take our time and get everything looking pretty cool. October year 2, just under 1,400 guests in the park. 2 new coasters, a vertical drop and a limb coaster. So vertigo, just there, decent stats, and turbine, decent stats. Both under the 9 that the guests said they want, but they're more than happy, so they will go on something a little bit less than that. We've got what is possibly the world's tallest drop tower, just here, Death Drop. It's 590 feet high, and yet the intensity is only 7 point something. So we're researching shops now. We've got plenty of coasters, so we are looking to earn some extra cash from those. So we're getting 3,000 to 4,000 a month on shops. So that is helping out in the months that we aren't doing so well on park entrance tickets. I have noticed that the guest numbers are starting to flatline. So what that tells me is that we've got harder guest generation active on this park. That's fine. We only need 1,300 and we've got almost 1,400. But what that does mean is that we are going to struggle now getting guests into the park unless we go for some coasters that are over 6 excitement, which is easy, and over the 2,000 feet. It's actually a little bit less than that. It's 600 meters it is, which is a little bit under 2,000 feet. But 2,000 feet is always a good sort of figure to shoot for. So really you've got 2 choices. You can either go for smaller rides like this limb coaster in order to soak up guests and help with shop sales and things like that, or you can go for the longer rides, which will help add guests to the park. Thankfully, I've got more guests than I need, so I can do both. October year 3, so here's a small little coaster. It's not going to add guests to the park because of the guest cap, but it will add extra capacity and also put some extra guests going past my shops. So that'll help with the shop sales. So it's called Whoosh, a looping coaster. It launches at 60 miles per hour. There's 2 circuits. Guests are loving it. And then up here then we have got a big woody called Behemoth. Nice stats on that. Guests are loving it. These canopies were a pain. Every time I added them and then rotated, they weren't where I wanted them to go. So it took a few efforts to get that right. I was researching water rides. That's unlocked now. So I think I'll probably, I don't know, I might switch off. I might switch it off, I don't know. I might research roller coasters. Because money is starting to trickle in at the moment because of the guest cap. The guest numbers are flatlined again. I was hoping for a splash boats because that would help soak up a lot of guests, minimize the chance of overcrowding, but there's none of them available. So here's the thing. I don't really want to just spend the next year doing nothing apart from putting some fences down or whatever. I would like to build at least one more ride, but money is quite tight. I mean, I've got the loan, but I'd rather not use that unless I have to. So I don't know. I'm probably going to build another coaster. I'll just have to work out where. October year 4, only a few weeks to go. We need 1,300 guests in the park. We've got over 1,800, so we're going to smash it. Rating is up on maximum, no problems there. So if you look at the park entrance tickets, we were making hardly anything. And what that's due to is that we were hitting the guest cap. So guests were only coming into the park as and when other guests were leaving. So we weren't making a lot. I was trying to build a coaster. I kept running out of cash. In the end, I just took out a quick loan, built the coaster, and then there you go, 9,000, 8,000. We're charging £100 to come into the park. Now, not every guest coming in. Matt's only got £90, so Matt is going to have to go home. He won't be in the park. So every guest that comes in that hasn't got the £100 is going to go. And then the guests, when they disappear, then the game will spawn another guest, and maybe they'll have enough money to come into my exclusive park. Maybe they won't. Oh well, what a shame. But yeah, so that's helped with the cash. Newest coaster then, hang time, inverted coaster. So comes out, drops down, little barrel roll in, a few corkscrews. I say a few corkscrews, loads of corkscrews. Intensity, more than good enough for the guests to go on. Been doing a lot of fences and things like that, just to make the place look quite nice. There you go. So just under 2 weeks to go then. Where's the entrance? There you go. Added a little roof on that, make it look quite pretty. So when we came in then, we had an island full of rubbish rides. Really, really gentle rides. But the guests all want more intense rides. So Donna wants intensity over 9. That's a chip shop. Joyce, more than 9. Sue, more than 9. Are they all women in this park? Kay, more than 9. Lauren, wow, this is the greatest park ever. They're all women. Jeffrey, no wonder Jeffrey's smiling. Anyway, so we got rid of those rides, built my little preferred 4x4 path system down there, started building some loops off it, built the corkscrew and the twister. After that, then the vertical drop and the limb. Around about then, I started to notice that the flatlining of the guests in the park, that tells me that we've got harder guest generation. So with that, what you need to do then is you need to start building some rides or some coasters that are over 6 excitement and over 600 meters, which is more or less 2,000 feet. So small coasters like this won't add to it, but they will help with the capacity. Guests not going on it. Well, they will. Oh, there you go. It's just broken down. But big coasters like this wooden one will. And then coming into the last year, then we weren't making a lot of money. So I borrowed some money, added this inverted coaster, rammed the price up to £100 a ticket, and then the guests started coming in, and those that did have enough money were adding to my bank balance, and those who didn't went home and probably gave me 1 star on Yelp or whatever, Google reviews or something like that. I've got tons of cash points around the park, so any guests coming in can use that. Cash points are free to use. I don't charge. I'm not that much of a tycoon. I mean, I can't, but maybe I would. I don't know. We'd have a go. What is it now? Almost Halloween. I think it's turned out quite well because we're charging for entrance. The optimal strategy for that would be to build small rides. Although this does have harder guest generation, so we would have needed some longer coasters in the end. But to be honest, that's quite boring. So I wanted to go for some bigger and better rides from the start, and we've done it. Stew! So it looks cooler. And I think it does look pretty cool. One thing I did do, I did start like colouring in the ground, like you can see underneath the twister there. And this one here. Problem is it's really expensive to do, so I abandoned that after doing these 2 rides. So this was Dozing Island. I am Dozing Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Bye.